If I could go back, I would have saved a significant amount of nerves and money. And all of this could have been easily resolved with just one simple thing: eliminating all the mistakes I made. In today's video, I really want to take the time to show you the mistakes I made during training, which caused me to lose a lot of progress and feel quite disappointed. I want to give you a fair warning right from the start that this isn't some magic pill or secret strategy, it's just my personal experience. And as they say, it's better to learn from others' mistakes. That's why in this video, I want to share my experience with you so that you don't end up making the exact same mistakes I did. Let me remind you, my name is Morrie. I have over 5 years of trading experience, and I want to invite you to join my free Telegram channel. As usual, the link is in the video description. Join in and trade with me. So, looking back, my biggest and very first mistake was trading based purely on my emotions. I experienced intense feelings and it was just incredibly destructive to my progress, my friends. You absolutely have to learn how to turn off your emotions. Don't get too happy or overly excited when you win. And please don't get too upset or deeply disappointed when you lose. And also don't get carried away by excitement. You should always trade wisely with a cool head and be very careful about this. Because of this, my friends, I lost a lot of trades and was extremely disappointed in trading to the point where I wanted to give up. However, fortunately for me, I didn't actually do that and decided to keep on trading anyway. The second mistake that I want to mention is that I always chose the exact same expiration time. For example, let's take a look at standard currency pairs, not OTC. The minimum trade opening time there is usually 1 minute. I used to constantly open trades for just 1 minute, because it was significantly quicker and seemed much more convenient at the time. But that was also my fatal mistake. Because you might have the same entry, but the closing is always different. That is exactly why you always need to carefully analyze currency pairs much more thoroughly, and then choose the most appropriate trade opening time. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on. Dear friends, you all know this perfectly well yourselves. Make sure you don't forget to analyze different time frames. They are all unique. For example, on the 1 minute chart, we see one specific graph. Looking at the 2 minute chart, it is also a visual graph, but they are still quite a bit different from each other. On the 10-minute chart, we also see a significantly different graph, but here we can see the much larger overall picture, specifically that this is the GBP-JPY currency pair. It clearly has an overall downward trend. But alright, right now we are not really talking about that specific trend, but rather about the various mistakes that I have personally made during this session. The third very important and critical mistake I made was opening far too many trades at once. For example, I would often open 15 different trades and think that is it. But no, you always really need to know exactly when to stop, my friends. If you are losing a lot of money, guys, it is always much better to just stop right there and not regret anything later on. I also used to get, so to speak, completely carried away, opening a huge number of trades, and I wouldn't stop either because of significant losses or even because of small profits, and in the end, it always ended very badly for me. You should always trade according to a very specific plan, my dear friends. Please take the time to write out your trading plan and analyze your currency pairs much more thoroughly before you act. And trade without emotions. You see, it actually takes a complex combination of many different factors to trade profitably. My fourth major mistake was that I very often tried to win back my losses. After experiencing a loss, I would almost immediately try to open a brand new trade. I tried to recover those losses, but yes, dear friends, sometimes we just have losing days. That's normal in trading. In this business, you can't win all the time. It's impossible in trading. Only dishonest scammers can promise you a 100% result, 100% financial profit. Professional real-world traders can never guarantee that. Losses in trading, my dear friends, are absolutely and completely normal. For example, what used to happen to me all the time was this. I'd take a loss, then immediately open a new trade and take another loss right after. Now it's totally different. If I take a loss, I stop right away, and that's simply not up for discussion. My fifth big mistake was that I didn't have any trading rules at all. Absolutely none whatsoever, dear friends. Now it honestly makes me laugh, but that's exactly how it was back then. So what is a rule anyway? A rule is essentially a specific trading strategy. For example, I used to trade using just one single indicator, then I immediately got rid of it, then added something else entirely. And that is exactly why nothing ever worked out for me back then. Now I strictly stick to one solid strategy, and as a special bonus I can show it to you right now, and we can even trade together using it. Let me show you, my friends, a very basic setup. It is a simple strategy that is easy to understand, one I really like and personally follow every single day. So let's take a look and choose a currency pair. Alright, let's check out our currency pairs. Right away, I see a great entry point. So without wasting any time, I open a trade for an upward movement. And why is that? Because we have an overall downward trend, the currency pair is extremely oversold, and it's now coming out of that position. And I truly believe that the 1 minute time frame is a great trade duration to open an upward position right now, given this specific market situation. I am currently using the alligator's jaw combined with the CCI indicators. I really like using these technical indicators because they clearly show the overbought and oversold levels in the current trend. It's actually very simple to understand, and it's especially well suited for absolute beginners because we can immediately see exactly when something is oversold or overbought. We then open trades on the reversals, which can be very profitable for us in the long run. There's just a little bit of time left until the very end of the trade, so let's wait and see what happens. I think this was an absolutely excellent entry point, a really good one that we picked for this session. And yes, friends, as we can see, we're making a profit. Also, I want to remind you that I have my own free Telegram channel, and as usual, you can find the link right in the video description below. Come and join in, trade with me if you are looking to earn together, especially if you want to gain more trading experience and minimize your potential losses, because it's always important to have a mentor. I personally didn't have such a mentor to guide me. I had to learn absolutely everything on my own, and because of that, I completely understand exactly how you feel right now. That's why I decided to create my free Telegram channel to help all of you, my dear friends. So, we've thoroughly discussed the essential rules, the common mistakes, and precisely what you need to do to avoid making them yourself. I also showed you my personal strategy in practice. Now let's take a moment to sum everything up together. So what should you absolutely not do? First and most importantly, also I didn't analyze the market thoroughly and traded across different time frames regardless. That also led me to substantial financial losses, so I would immediately exit my positions and consistently choose to open new trades for just 1 minute. Well, this time I opened a trade because it was an excellent entry point. You saw the result for yourself. And the most important rule is that I started following specific trading strategies. I stopped trading chaotically in a disorderly way, sometimes up, sometimes down. So want to add that if you're a beginner right now, under no circumstances should you try to find the perfect strategy. Most likely it won't work out because perfect strategies simply don't exist. They just don't exist. Just forget about it, that's all. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap up. This turned out to be a very informative video. It was mostly theory. And if you want to get some more practice, join my Telegram channel. Everything is absolutely free, especially for you, dear friends. My name is Morrie, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, give a like, stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.